give it a minute for people to get back in here. You can hear me this time? Good. I tried to just go along without StreamYard, but it didn't fucking work, and I don't feel like fixing it right now. So, fucking YouTube. Give it a bit for everybody else to get back, come over, smoke some blunts. No, I'm not good. Not good. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, Cali Boss, PG's, Chili. Hope you're feeling better. UFO Gandalf. Right, Tiff. Rad Gray, KB. What's up, everybody? Robin. See who else? Jordan Mark. Philip Blair. What's going on? Yeah, we got his hoodie on the chair right now. His sister gave it to me tonight. Asked if I could put it on the chair, so put it on the chair. Oh, it's this last blunt? Oh, hold on, let me fix that. It's not the last blunt yet. Not yet. Won't be a lot of blunts. Maybe they will, I don't know. I was going to come on last night, and I just couldn't do it. So I figured I'd come on tonight, and we'll smoke a blunt for Jiggy. His birthday. Robin, did they show something on his mother's channel, on Dania's channel, or on somewhere? As I don't know what happened. I was trying to help them do it, and I think they were still using my Wi-Fi hotspot because it's still on. So I don't know if they got to do anything. Did they do any? Did they get to show it? They did, Julie. Julie, you guys saw it and stuff. I couldn't speak. I went to look for it, but I don't. She took it down, or it was private. I don't know what it is. I don't know. but I couldn't get up there. I wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for Jiggy. Most of you know, people a long time. I didn't even come on here for the first year. I used to call in and I would listen and stuff. Maybe once in a while I would say something, but I didn't even come on. Yeah, shout out to all world security and all those guys and everything like that. Because I know some of you guys watch the show and you don't ever in here and stuff. So you guys were, like I said, you guys were a bigger part of Jiggy's life than I was. So he talked about all those guys all the time. You guys heard him talk about all his crazy stories, all his travels, and all the things that he did. All the people he knew, everybody he knew, everybody. So I'm just, little old me smoking. Yeah, I wouldn't, again, wasn't a Jiggy. None of y'all would know me. Wouldn't even be here doing this right now. I know that. I know I was part of his life and stuff, but I'm just, it's just, I just wanted to shout out those guys and everything, and so I know I was part of, I mean, shit. Besides every Thursday night before COVID, we used to be down here every fucking night. My wife used to say she hated it, but you know, I was with Jiggy more than I was with her. Every night after work, I would be down here. We'd be down here until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Every night for years. We started doing the show here after year 2. So for the last 5 years, 6 years, every day, just about. We streamed a lot of those nights too, because we used to do a lot of streams in between Thursdays. Uh, and then he got sick, and then fucking COVID came. Yes, he did, BGs. Yeah. For a second, I need to get a water. Yeah, I'll be here. Keep going. I'll get a show. It's gonna be with just me. Yeah. I don't have anybody here to finish my sentences anymore. Oh, sorry. I don't know. fucking my lighter go? I don't have much to say. I don't know what to say right now. I just figured I'd be sitting down here waiting for him to ask if I'm gonna pass the blunt and fucking make love to it some more. I know he ain't gonna come and say it, but you never fucking know. So I just sit here and I wait. And I wait. The rope broke. Let's get genocide. Enjoy the wrestling. Let's smoke that shit right now. We'll smoke this blunt here instead of that fucking disgusting cigarette. Quit smoking. I'm gonna have to roll a blunt. Fucking rolling blunts. That's all I do. Now I only roll them for me. But yeah, tonight was nice. I don't know how much of it they showed. I think they were just gonna show this when people were up speaking and everything. So it was nice. It was good. Yeah, some of the stories, some of the things. Those who saw it, you all know now. Y'all know the real name. It's not going to be happy about that. You wouldn't be happy about that. Not everybody knew his name. Not everybody really knew his name. Oh, nope. You didn't hear it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it. No. You didn't hear it, then nope. Doesn't. It's no F involved. Nope. Nope. Joseph's his middle name. It's fucking cold out. It means it's cold down here. Yep, still rolling blunts for you, dude. I don't sound like I complain all the time and I was rolling blunts for him, but, I know he couldn't roll, and I know he's got to smoke, so I didn't mind rolling blunts for him. I'm going to be rolling them anyway for myself, so. E.T. used to say that all the time. E.T., he passed away a year and a half ago, but E.T. used to always be like, this kid's always got blunts and he can't even roll. Because everybody would roll blunts for him. I would roll him blunts before he would go home. I'd roll him a couple blunts. So we had some blunts to smoke until he came back over. Other people did it too. And he had to get his rolling machine. Uh, we all were. We all made fun of him for it and shit, but we'd still roll him a blunt. He tried to learn. I'll give him that. I tried. I tried. I think even Buddy Greenberg has tried to teach him. We tried to teach him and stuff. No, we don't know. God is definitely not rolling his blunts. There's no God. It's been well established here on the Fact Seeker show. Yeah, that's why my smoke queen, she couldn't really ever say anything. She didn't like the fact that I would have to, be down here long, because I would be like, yeah, I'll be up in a minute. I just got to finish rolling some blunts for Jiggy. But she doesn't know how to roll either. I roll her blunts every night before I go to bed. So she has blunts when she goes to work. And I roll the blunts before I go to work. So she has blunts when I go to work. It's like I used to roll Jiggy blunts when he left. So he had blunts when he got home and in the morning. Until the next time he could have somebody roll a blunt for him. I learned how to roll when I was like 2 years old, 3 years old, some shit like that. I don't know. My mom's up and listening. Mom, chime in and tell them I forget. It was before I was 4. Because I used to keep the old school. Remember the old school McDonald's trays? When you went to McDonald's, the fucking brown ass trays that they had, fucking. We used to take them and use them for rolling trays back in the day, and they had that shit underneath the thing. I don't think it would have been smokable, but I had the idea of what I was doing. Me? Oh yeah, I can roll. I don't need the seat to roll. I can roll with my eyes closed. I can roll with one hand. I can roll a blunt while I'm doing 80 on the highway. And I learned how to roll blunts fucking on the highway and shit like that back in the day when you used to have to pick out all the fucking seeds and shit and stuff. Fucking good weed wasn't everywhere all the fucking time. That's what they were really for. Everybody used to have McDonald's rolling tray. I even did it when I got older and shit, But I learned from my parents, they had a McDonald's rolling tray. I think like all my uncle, everybody, they all had fucking McDonald's rolling trays. Yeah, and roll blunts in the snow in the Jeep. Should do that. I'll do a video of me rolling a blunt while I'm doing donuts. I could do it. I used to do it in my Nova. Just cut the wheel, you hold it with your knee and fucking hit the gas and just keep spinning while you're spinning up a joint or a blunt. Maybe. Yeah, the majority of that's what it was. That's what weed was back in the day for the most part. And very rarely would you find something that wasn't coming over the border from Mexico. Yeah, it sucks, Jilly. Fucking sucks. I tried to hold it together and shit, but I don't know. It sucks because none of y'all better be crying when I fucking die. I don't know. I don't know. Going to Mars. No, SpaceX. They don't blow up when they go up. It's when they land. It's when they land they have problems. Although they've been sticking to landing, so that's good. They figured that out. Peace out, Rogue. Be safe. I get so much higher now that I'm smoking for two. Of course, I've been fucking smoking more than my normal fucking astronomical amounts of fucking weed that I fucking smoke to begin with. Well, the SpaceX fucking ships, they look like the fucking old cartoony fucking rocket ships and shit because it's fucking Elon Musk. He's like, I want it to look like that cartoon. And they're like, okay. I didn't smoke when I was in the hospital, but I had coconut oil capsules with me. I brought Jiggy some when he was in the hospital. This fucking sucks. Like, I don't know. Like, just fucking sucks. I know I got this, but this is like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm normally like, dealt with a lot of death in my life. It's just this one's hit me harder than it normally would hit me. I haven't cried in so long that I don't even remember the last time that I fucking cried. It's been that many years. And I've probably cried more in the last fucking 2 weeks than fucking I cried in the last fucking 20 years. I just don't know why. Yeah, I've lost again. I've lost, My cousin just passed away last year. And I used to do the same thing with him for years that I did with Jiggy. And it didn't even hit me that as it's just it's just Jiggy, I guess. I just maybe it's part of my midlife crisis I'm going through right now. When I fucking bought a brand new Jeep and shit. Fucking took it off road, and in the first fucking 24 hours I fucking had it. I know. See, this just proves that I'm really human, alright? Everybody didn't think I was human. Oh no, it started before Jiggy passed. Nah. Why, can you not hear me again? I rolled backwards. I'm rolling backwards here. You sit up again. Alright, you can still hear me? Cool. Finish this blunt in a second. I'm high as fuck. Y'all might want to write that down and remember that fucking this time that I actually said that I'm high as fuck. Oh. Just trying to read what everybody's saying. Yeah, XXX will be going on. Me and Willie and planning on doing some stuff this spring and summer, and some other people who used to be on the show. We'll be going. Yeah, it does, Renee. It does. But again, like I said, my midlife crisis started before this, you know. I really shouldn't have gone on about a brand new Jeep. You know, the Trailhawk that I was gonna get and stuff. Yeah, that's right. I shouldn't have gone on about a brand new Jeep. Yeah, I can afford it and shit. But, you know, I just said fuck it. Why the fuck not? What's up, crazy church lady? Good to see that you made it home. Did you get Lady Marin home? Crazy church lady. Safely. Thankfully, she wasn't driving. What's up, crazy church? I mean, what's up, Lady Marin, if you're out there listening, but most likely you're sleeping it off. Well, I was going to get a Jeep no matter what. Just going to get a Jeep. I was going to get the Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, or I was going to get, you know, I could have gotten, you know, an old JK or an old JL, but You know, I mean, I was gonna be getting was gonna get new Jeeps and shit anyway, but you know, the thing that we don't talk about happened, you know, last fall, and fucked everything up. But you know, I guess shit still worked out and everything. We're still able to do it and everything like that. You know, it's just, you know, but we got this summer and this fall. See how things go. You know. Oh, look, Lady Marin, you made it. You're there. Good to see that you're safe and everything. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I'm not like, yeah, whatever the fucking damage I gotta pay for on my rims and everything else to get fixed right now, it was worth it. It's worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I probably should have not done some of the what I did when I did it. Did it a little differently while I was, but you know, I was just like, fuck it, whatever. Normally, I wouldn't even. I would have been like, oh, whatever. I scratched my rims too, though. But now I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Before you know, I didn't give a fuck and shit. Brand new when we bought that one of the Grand Cherokees, one of the last ones we had, the blue one, whatever we had. It got scratched like within the first month that we had it. I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's meant to be driven and getting scratched and shit. But this time I was like, no. Even though I know I'm gonna get scratched up, I guess, like I said, it's good to get it out of the way. Uh, dead air. It's called dead air radio. Only some of you really old people old listeners will know. Oh, you guys, if you went back and you listened to the old streams and stuff on fucking Blog Talk recently, then you'll know. We used to say that a lot. It's dead air. It's because it's dead air radio. Fucking mics would fuck up and shit. Back in the day, all the time. Buddy Greenberg's basement. Exactly, XXX, but still, that's like, I'm why I'm saying, I'm like, I shouldn't be freaking out over a fucking scratch on my Jeep and shit. But then again, I am, because it's fucking 60 fucking something $1,000 fucking Jeep. I fucking uh, But yeah, we're loving the Jeep. Definitely loving the Jeep. It'll be 9 years. 9 years in May. Like I said, you guys could all go. I'll post. Hold on. I'll post the link again. 1 second here. Come on, phone. Why aren't you working? Come on, why aren't you fucking... Hold on a second. Stupid ass fucking shit. That's the link to all the old episodes. It goes back to episodes before I was even on the show. Like I said, Paranormal Hood started with before I was even on the show and stuff. I knew Jiggy. I met Jiggy maybe a year before he even started doing the shows in Buddy Greenberg's first place that he got. And then when they moved to Buddy Greenberg's new place. And the show moved in and stuff. And then when it was over there, Buddy Greenberg's basement over there. Like after the first year doing the show and stuff. But when I first met Jiggy, it was at E.T.'s birthday. Kind of still listening and those who listen and remember. But Jiggy said it all the time. First time that Jiggy met me at E.T.'s birthday is the highest he's ever been in his life. I've gotten him higher a few times since then, but that had at that point in his life and everything that he had smoked when he was younger, and he didn't smoke for a while, and then he started smoking again, and then he met me, and he got the highest he had ever been in his life, and we just stayed high from that point on. At first, like I said, the first year, we would hang out and stuff at ET's or wherever we saw each other. Or he'd come over here with everybody and stuff. And then they started doing the show and everything, but I didn't do the show because I'm like, it's not my thing, you know what I mean? As much as I can talk and you guys see me talk and everything like that, I didn't want to do that shit. Crazy Church Lady is in here. Crazy Church Lady, remember my first show, Crazy Church Lady? The first time I came on? Crazy Church Lady was there the first night I came on. But yeah, after it was like almost exactly a year after the show started. I think they did like the anniversary show just before. No. I don't know. After we'll go back and remember. I don't remember exact. I think it was like a month before the one. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't there for the first anniversary, and then Crazy Church Lady was there in the studio the first time. That's the first time I met Crazy Church Lady. The first time I came on. I didn't come on every time right away. Not right away, but after it was pretty quick. I think because I was working and shit, but eventually I just made time and came on and shit. But back then we had everybody on and stuff, but it just went down to me and Jiggy. Everybody else had other things. Crazy Church Lady. I had heard Crazy Church Lady before that because I used to listen to the show and stuff like that. But that was the first night when we met Crazy Church. I met Crazy Church Lady. Did I have cookies with me that night? I don't remember. Crazy Church Lady needs her own show. Sounds like, but Crazy Church Lady's go. She'll be a guest on the show again. We'll have Crazy Church Lady come on again. She can come on into the studio and be a guest on our show. We'll do it as a promo for your own show, Crazy Church Lady. We'll have you on here and we'll talk about what you're gonna do for your show. Crazy Church Lady has got some big ideas to do some shows and stuff. Jimmy Church versus Crazy Church Lady. My money's on Crazy Church Lady. It's good times, though, huh, Crazy Church Lady? It was good times. But yeah, that's what I'll have to do, I think. Just have some guests on for a while and everything, so it's just not me here every night doing this. The Voice. Yeah, used to have Cool K call in, The Voice, and Wi-Fi Lou used to come in, and if he had Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi to connect to from wherever the fuck Wi-Fi Lou was, wherever Wi-Fi Lou disappeared to, I don't know. Wi-Fi Lou just disappeared one day. Yeah, he used to. You have to go back and, like I said, listen and see and stuff. There was somebody else who was the co-host before me. I don't know what happened with him. I don't know. I mean, if you go back and when you listen to all that stuff, you can see the whole thing, how everything where we was at. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there be like, oh no, they don't believe in shit. No, we believed in this shit. We just just after the years of the same shit, the same title bullshit. It's like, and these people fucking just out here lying and lying to motherfuckers. We both did same fucking. It was like Again, just down here every night, and we'd just be like, "Look at this motherfucking shit." And finally, it was just like, "Fuck it, fucking expose all these people. We ain't gonna get. You can't get to the truth with this so much shit piled on top of it. You know what I mean?" Like you watch these fucking mystery shows and these crime solving things, and they can't fucking solve the goddamn crime because there's so much bullshit and everybody's fucking lying everywhere and doing all kinds of shit. And they're like, well, come on, we just need to know who killed somebody. You know, is there really UFOs? We basically know that there cannot be. The Bigfoot is out. You know what I mean? There may possibly be some hairy type of creature out there in the woods, but it can't be the size of Bigfoot because the square cube law, you know what I mean, it's just puts the kaput in that, you know what I mean? So, you know, but there's definitely aliens out there. Have they been here, you know? So, but yeah, if you go back and you listen to everything and how everything did, you can hear it, and we just, you know, you can hear all the old stuff. Going back, it'd be 9 years. This year is 9 years, and it's 8 years for me. And yeah, there's YouTube stuff. Again, a lot of the first YouTube stuff's not up there because we used to play music all the time and shit. Like, actually, we used to take breaks and stuff, and you know, as we'd be eating and rolling more blunts and whatever, and then when we went to YouTube and stuff, we just get fucking flagged all the time. And YouTube likes to send fucking like emails telling you that shit at like 3:00 in the morning and stuff. You know, and I don't shut my phone off completely in case, you know, something happens. It's important besides YouTube telling me that I might get a copyright thing because I'm playing music on my channel. So I'll roll one more blunt here. Not like I need to roll another fucking blunt. It's like, and again, you might want to timestamp that, record that, remember me saying it like that. But yeah, like I need another blunt right now. Night, crazy church lady. We'll be in touch. Be safe, crazy church lady. Crazy church lady, she was on the show a lot, but she was usually snoring. Sorry, crazy church lady. She would call in every night, but she'd end up falling asleep. It's tough work trying to keep the ghost out of the church, I guess. And you can, like, legit, you go back and listen to the shows. Go listen to the old Dead Air, Paranormal Hood. You got to go through it, though, because there's other shows and stuff on there. Because when we first started, it was Dead Air, started by, I can't even think of his name right now. What? I should fucking know his name. Gosh, shit, I can't even think of his name right now. I'm sorry. That was George Lopez. And I forgot the other guy, but they started Dead Air, and then they asked Jiggy if he wanted to for a while, and then that's how it started. Jiggy was like, "Well, I guess I should. I know how we can do it." So, and then there was other people had other shows on that because it was like a channel on Blog Talk where you could go and listen to a bunch of different stuff that was under the Dead Air Paranormal Radio. And you can listen to the Paranormal Hood shows. A lot of the first shows is like it's guests. It's like they had guests on, like people guest calling and stuff like that for a while. Even when we had guests a lot. And I started to get crazy with the guests, so we stopped having so many guests on and stuff. Again, you guys have heard the stories, I've heard the shows and stuff like that. A lot of those shows are on there. You can go here or talk about the kid he was from Texas, and he fights armies of demons with the flick of the wrist. Demons gone. Right? You know what I mean? So you see, listen to years of that and everything, and the stories and everything that we had to, and how we got to the point where we just fucking sick of the bullshit. Yeah, there's got to be something real, maybe, hopefully, out there somewhere. It wasn't Howard Stern. It was the Howard Stern show or whatever. It was one of the guys from the Howard Stern show and shit. I was like, yeah, fuck you. Well, because they used to call and troll like fucking like little podcasts like that and shit like and stuff like that. So I let him do it for a few minutes and shit, and then I was like, oops. See you later. Oh, we used to have to drop people's fucking calls all the fucking time. We had some nuts on the fucking shows back in the day. And of course, because Blog Talk fucking, it really did suck and shit. Like shit would drop calls. The whole show would drop all the fucking time. Back then, you had to like call in and shit. Call in and listen on a website. Phones weren't even good enough that you could just stream it on your phone or from the website or anything. So it was easy to call in from your phone. And if you wanted to talk, you could press 1. Okay, Renee. Be safe. Oh yeah. Well, it was all right. So there was one girl, but she would call in. We knew, I forget who the fuck was her name. We knew who it was and everything like that. We used to do stupid shit and stuff, but she would call in all the time, and she'd do a stupid story and shit. She was the one. She said she was in a relationship with Bigfoot. She would call in. She would like kind of change her voice and stuff like that. Shoot, what was her name? I can't remember what her name was, but yeah. So she would call in and she would say that she was like, "Oh man, I'm Jiggy's alien daughter and stuff," or she was the Jiggy's daughter clone from the future and stuff. Yeah, there was a bunch of them. She's the one who used to say, because she would call and she would talk about like things that she thought was real. She's, everybody's gonna get kidnapped in white vans and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, at the time, that's when Amazon was rolling out white vans. Like you saw white vans everywhere and stuff. So like, yeah, who was that? I can't even remember her name right now. But yeah, what else did she do? Yeah. I had awesome guests on too, like Hakeem. He's good. I don't know. She just did. She disappeared. Before we even switched over from Blog Talk onto like YouTube and everything like that permanently, because Blog Talk wanted money and it sucked and stuff, and we had so many connection problems, and it wasn't good. So we stopped doing that, and we just went to YouTube, and then we had StreamYard with the YouTube recently, when we had the COVID and started doing things from, he was at his place and I had to be here, and then when he came home from the hospital, he still was doing the shows then. We did shows that way. Fucking my raps. Well, that's not funny. I was actually almost kidnapped one time too, so, but I mean, it was my fault. Shouldn't be hitchhiking when you're 13 years old and everything like that, but you know, it was cool. We jumped out of the moving vehicle and everything. We were fine. We're like, nope, see you later, dude. We've told that story. I've told that before on here. What's her name? I can't remember. I feel bad. I forget her name and stuff. But did she find Jiggy's other channel and she's back? Yeah. Like I said, there's been so many people that have come and gone over the years and everything. Littles. Like I said, I can't even remember all the people who have been on the show right now. They'll all come to me and shit. Fuck is it? I'm losing everything. Yeah, it used to look the way when we had that pole right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. Yeah, the studio's changed it down here a few times. The way that we've had the studio down here, we used to have it. Everybody used to be down here all the time, but it was always just me and Jiggy here every Thursday night. Shit, we've been doing the show here for at least probably 6 years now. I think it's like 6 years. Yeah, because we did it. Yeah, because we were only doing it at Buddy Greenberg's for a little while when I joined and stuff. And then we started to do it here because in the winter time, it was coming up to be next winter because I started doing it at the end of winter and that of the first year. And then the next winter and stuff, we were trying to, because it was so high, it's so hard to park where Buddy Greenberg lives and stuff. Like there's no parking, even when it's not snowing. So when it's snowing and stuff, we are like, how are we going to do it? And I was like, fuck it, I can make room in my basement. So I fucking paid for a dumpster to come that time and empty the basement out more and shit than, you know, all the dumpsters I fucking paid for and down here. And we put the studio down here. And then we were gonna go back to Buddy Greenberg's, but then we are just like, you know, fuck it, we just keep doing it here because Buddy Greenberg had at the time to work. It was easier for him, and he didn't have to be here every time. I can't even fucking raps suck right now. After doing it here for a little while and shit, for some reason the voice, Cool K, you know, she's not on right now. It's okay. She'll see it later, but everybody wanted to see us. We were like, why do you want to see us? Like we couldn't figure it out. Like we're just all the time. We're like, why does everybody want to see us? We didn't want to, you know what I mean? Like, again, I didn't want to do the show. He used to ask all the time. Him and Buddy Greenberg, Ghost, they always used to say, you should come by and stuff. You're on the show and stuff. And I wouldn't even go by to smoke and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Because I knew it was like, you know, I was just didn't want to. It's just me or whatever. I know I seem so open and everything, like when I'm doing the show here or whatever, but then I started doing it, and then everybody kept asking, so we're doing it through Blog Talk and YouTube at the same time, and it just sucked for so long. Fucking, it was just so hard. We eventually just went YouTube. That's when we started to meet all you wonderful people over the last few years. I don't even know how long y'all have been here and stuff like that. I know Cool K's been here since the beginning and stuff. And Tasha's on it, you know. And Lady Marin's still listening. She's been around for a while. And Crazy Church Lady, she's been here since almost the beginning. I know she came in, like I said, she used to call in and stuff, and she went to the studio. I think that was her first night going to the studio too, at Buddy Greenberg's. But she's already gone now, unless she's still listening. But I think that was her first time going to the studio too. Was the first night that I ended up going. I wasn't even planning to go. I was just calling and listening to the show, and they were talking. I forgot what we were even talking about that night, and I was just like, I don't even know what it was. And I just called in, and I was trying to press one to get in the show, and they wouldn't because they wouldn't always be monitoring the thing to see if somebody's trying to get on and stuff like that. So I like texted them like, "Yo, hit one. I got to talk right now." I'm like, I got to talk about this right now. And then that's it. And you know, after that show, Jiggy's like, "See, you should be coming on more and everything." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try and start coming over every Thursday." And we came on here on YouTube. Yeah, it's been over 2 years for the majority of everybody here because y'all been here riding out through the pandemic and shit. So, then we're on like year 3 of the fucking pandemic now, technically, because it started the end of 2019, 2020, 2021, and then 2022. So 4 years for Jilly, so 3 years for you, Cali Boss. I don't know how long for all y'all, but I know a lot of you guys have been here for years. Yeah, we know you all were here all these years. I have to go back and see because yeah, like 3-4 years ago was when we first started streaming a lot more on to YouTube. So that's like I said, that's when we started them. It was probably like 4 years ago we started to do it onto YouTube, I think. Well, if you might not have to come out here. We're probably going out there to investigate. Yeah, Littles was back in when we used to have to fucking call in. I think Littles used to call in before I used to call in. before I used to come on. Didn't you, Littles? Was Littles? I think Littles was on before I was on. I don't remember. I don't. I'm trying to remember. Then Littles came here when we started doing the show here in the basement and stuff. But we're supposed to go to Joshua Tree, so me and Willie still gotta go to do the Joshua Tree that we were supposed to do with Jiggy. So I don't know exactly when we're coming out, you know. I don't know exactly when. It will be sometime this year. I'm thinking I might, just might be a nice road trip in the Jeep. It's a good place to go drive around in the Jeep. I don't know if Willie wants to drive all the way to California with his big ass tires on there though. Well, I'm gonna have some big ass tires on my Jeep soon too. I know what you mean. Don't worry, Cali boss. Yeah, we'll go check it out then. XXX. Well, we were supposed to go to the Joshua Tree and do some stuff, but the whole COVID thing keeps doing it and pushing things back, and we weren't able to do things. We were supposed to be starting to go able to do things again, and then now I gotta go do things without Jiggy. Well, I'm gonna get the night vision goggles and stuff and all that we have, and we can go and look at you know the interdimensional beings with the night vision goggles, aka fucking woodland moths. All right, Robin, be safe. Well, there we go. We'll do that when I come out. When we come out, Cali boss. I'll take the roof if I drive the Jeep out. Well, I'll take the roof off the Jeep. We'll mount it up on the Jeep, up on the top, on roll bars, so we can stand in the back of the Jeep and look through it. Jiggy don't even have a Jeep, and he was just as excited that like he had a Jeep because we were like, because Willie's got his Jeep, and I got my Jeep. We're finally, hopefully, gonna get Buddy Greenberg out there with his Jeep and stuff. So now we're like, we can go all over the place, like, and get into more places and out in different areas that we couldn't go because hiking up in there and shit wasn't the easiest on Jiggy. So we're going to be able to go some places that we've been wanting to go and rarely be able to get into them now. So we don't need roads. Well, he was excited about the Trailhawks. I told him the Trailhawk is like, cool, now we can go with Willie. We can go out there. Then I was like, oh, the Trailhawk sucks. I got a 4x. He's like, cool. We can still go out there. Fucking sucks. I haven't been able to get in touch with fucking Scott. I'm trying to get in touch with Scott. And fucking Scott doesn't even know yet. We're supposed to go up to Vermont. I wake up to smoke weed, especially lately. But I do. I've done it for a long. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and shit, and I'll fucking eat something, and I'll smoke something, and I'll go back to sleep. But that's some people, you gotta do that. SpaceX over there, it's cool if Elon Musk smokes weed with Joe Rogan, but God, he catches his fucking employees fucking on smoking at work. You can't do that. I do too. I'm trying. I gotta quit smoking cigarettes again. Shouldn't start smoking cigarettes again. Fucking don't like smoking cigarettes, but now I smoke cigarettes and I smoke fucking weed like it's fucking cigarettes. And here we are. I've already smoked fucking. We've been on for like an hour or something, a little over an hour, and I've already smoked 3 blunts. 1, 2, yeah. This is the 3rd blunt. Yeah. I'm even smoking cigarettes again for like a month. That's crazy shit. Get COVID and you start smoking when you got COVID. Yeah, everybody stop smoking cigarettes. Just smoke weed. I mean, I used to. That's why I just replaced cigarettes with weed. That's how I quit smoking cigarettes. Like, I used to smoke a lot of weed and everything. I didn't roll blunts and stuff all the time for myself. I would smoke if I was by myself. I used to smoke a bong or a bowl or something like that. It was just me and Smoke Queen. We'd smoke a bowl a lot. So had people over. We'd smoke the blunts and the joints and everything like that. But then when I quit smoking cigarettes, that's how I quit smoking cigarettes. Instead of smoking a cigarette, when I wanted a cigarette, I would just smoke a bowl or a blunt. And then I just started smoking blunts all the time because blunts have nicotine in them. Should stop smoking blunts too and just smoke joints, but Willie might go. Come on, Philip. You know Willie might go. Yeah, he's been on the show. Go back. Some of the only streams from a few years ago. Willie's are still up there, even though it's hard to hear everything because we're still using. I think it was still through Blog Talk for some of them and shit. And then when we first started doing YouTube all the time, we still had fucking issues with the sound going through fucking OBS and figuring all that shit out. And Jiggy wanted to always use it through his fucking Apple laptop there and shit. And I'm like, dude. So we switched over to my laptop and shit. It was like way better, way easier to do shit. I quit for 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 10 years old. This year is 32 years that I've been smoking weed for. No, 31 years. So I started smoking weed when I was 11. So 31 years I've been smoking weed for. Jiggy had been smoking weed for like at least the last 10 years. Yeah, he didn't smoke weed for a long time, though. He did for a while when he was a kid and younger and shit. 33? No. I'm going to be 42 this year. 42 minus 11 is 31. Something like that. I'm probably wrong right now. But no, I started when I was 11 and I'm going to be 42 this year. I'm 10 years younger than Jiggy. He would have been 52. He's 52. Well, like I said earlier, I tried to roll something, but before I could have I don't even think I was going to probably do it. I was just trying to roll it and everything. But I was busted by my mom and shit before I could actually do anything. When I was I was younger than 4. But then I started smoking when I was 11. But I didn't smoke all the time and shit. I didn't start smoking all the time until I was probably like 14 or 15. When I started to get really sick, because I was sick from when I was a fucking teenager until I was fucking like 30 years old. No, I'm still sick now. My fucking thyroid disease is back and shit, but it's under control and shit. So, but when you don't know that you have that shit and fucking, so, for over fucking 20 years, I was fucking sick and shit. So that's why I just fucking smoked all the fucking time. I just did a whole lot of other fucking drugs too. Just try and fucking not feel the fucking like shit all fucking time. I don't know if anybody in here is older than you. I don't know how old you are, Julie. So there you go. So you got a few years of smoking on me. Well, I don't know if anybody else here is older than Julie now. I know Robin's old. I don't know how old Robin is either, but I don't know who's older than who or anything. Guess I should change that to last cigarette now. I guess I'll smoke one more cigarette and then try and go and. Hello. Robin was born in 1850s. Well, yeah, Robin's got. I guess Robin's got everybody beat. So I'm gonna try and stop it tomorrow. So now, not only do I have to fucking go to smoke my weed, I gotta just go smoke weed and then smoke a cigarette. So it's just more time fucking smoking shit. It's cutting into my other time doing other shit. Yeah, she's mad because her ass is old. But Jiggy's just mad because his ass was old too. So we all used to make fun of Jiggy because he was the oldest out of all of us too. Well, Stick's a little older. I always stopped when I was in jail. I mean, I still smoked when I was in jail, but I couldn't smoke like I smoked when I wasn't in jail. So I had to, that's the longest that I went without smoking and stuff. And then there's been a few times where I was like just so sick that I couldn't smoke anything at all. Like I just couldn't smoke. My throat was like closed shut and shit, and I just couldn't smoke. So there's a few days like that. So I figured it was roughly in the last 30 something years, about a 6-month period or so that I didn't smoke over the span of 30 years. I used to try not to smoke before work and at work and stuff like that. But then eventually I was just like, no, fuck that. So I've been smoking at work for like 20 years. I've actually had bosses tell me that like I've gone in and like I wasn't high yet or something like that. They were like, "What's wrong with you right now?" You know what I mean? And eventually they figured it out and they told me they're like, "Go take a break and go get high, please," and then come back and do the job. If you ever saw me when I wasn't high, like you would know that I'm not high. Like you would be like, you'd think something is wrong with me. But there's there's no like time when I'm not high. That's why I'm smoking, I guess. Yeah, and I had Jiggy high, the highest he had ever been in his life. And think of all the things that Jiggy has done. Jiggy has been to Jamaica and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then Jiggy met me, and I got him higher than he had ever been before in his life. I think that was also probably the biggest blunt that he had ever smoked in his life before. I mean, he had smoked some big fatties and big stuff before, but yeah, we rolled a can. I'm pretty sure it was probably at least as long as this remote, and it was a good fat fucking blunt. Like, American jails and scanners. Well, I don't recommend. I don't recommend going. I mean, there's jails that are scarier than other jails and stuff like that. The jail I was in wasn't that bad. I was in jail. I wasn't in prison. It's the prisons that are a lot rougher. Like, because here in Massachusetts, if your sentence is under 2 years, 2.5 years, you go to jail. Or if like you get arrested, you obviously you go to the jail at the police station shit. But then if they're holding you, they take you to a jail, the sheriff's department and shit like that. And then if your sentence is less than 2.5 years, you go to a jail. But if your sentence is over 2.5 years in Massachusetts, you go to prison. I know it's like that in other states too. If it's certain times, you go to a jail, and then certain, I just don't know what the time lengths are and stuff. And then some places, it's just if you get a sentence, you just go into prison. But they have different things here. Unless you're it's a violent crime, a murder. Well, it's usually murder. You're not getting 2.5 years. But if it's something violent, and you happen to just get 2.5 years, but they'll put you in prison and stuff like that. There's certain things and stuff. But no, I wasn't at the farm. I was at Worcester House. In what wasn't even supposed to be a fucking jail. It was like legit was a gym for the fucking guards and shit at one point and stuff, and they like converted it and shit and just had bunkhouses and everything. And it just had like bunk beds. It was, but yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was jail. It fucking sucked, but it's not like what you see in fucking prisons and shit. I wouldn't want to be in Walpole or Concord. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Concord. Walpole it's still probably up there in the top fucking 3. Was like the worst, like the prison to go to in for decades. Like out of all the other things, like Walpole is wicked fucked up. Heard some stories from people that been in Walpole, and they were probably on their way back, and they didn't want to go back to Walpole. They're like, I'll go to any other fucking prison right now, but they didn't. Like Walpole is fucking bad. I don't know if it's still number 1, but I know it's still probably up there, like top 3, top fucking 5. It hasn't improved that much. Concord was always up there in the top fucking. They're old ass fucking old like it's not just because like the fucking God's fucking people killing the people in it and shit. It's just like people died from freezing to death there and shit. And then of course they cover it up, and yeah, Salem used to have a jail. There's a down in Boston, and like down it used to be a jail, and now it's the Liberty Hotel. We investigated a jail, and that they're now turning into condos. I don't know when's the last time you've been in the city, Jilly, but if you know the courthouse in Cambridge with the orange stripe around the top, that's where we investigated, and we were trying to get back there to see, if we can get some, confirm that, any of the things that we experienced when we were there, which most of it can be passed off. We were using the fucking box that's just picking up radio sounds and shit like that, and it was definitely a fucking drafty building, because that's another fucking jail. That shit was fucking rough there. I wouldn't have wanted to stay there. That place was supposed to hold like 400 people. It had like 1,300 fucking prisoners and shit. Like, we show the stuff, like the bunks that they made that they had the prisoners sleeping on. See, it was just in case. So were you able to see what it looks like? All the cranes on it and stuff. There's no more orange stripe and shit. They took all the jail cells out. Everything's out. They're changing the whole shit. What hospital were you at, Julie? It was just in Cambridge. See, I'm gonna just smoking on one or something. I don't know. I don't even. Me and Jiggy didn't do it, but I had been to Danvers mental hospital and shit before I knew Jiggy and everything like that. I think he might have gone there and stuff. I don't think he ever did it on video or anything like that. I don't know. I don't remember if he went there, but I've been to Danvers before that, and everybody used to go to Danvers and stuff. Oh, see, that's where I was. That's where I had my surgery at Mount Auburn too. That's on the other side of Cambridge from the fucking jail. Did you have a nice view of the river? Nice view of the Charles? I did. Well, the one night I was there becoming a super soldier. Oh, Jilly, you're a super soldier now, right? You got nanobots and cybernetic augmentations and shit. Oh, you're still in there, Carolyn. So you know the jailhouse that we're talking about. Yep. We investigated that. Metaphor, I don't know if you're listening. Hi, Terry. How are you doing? Good to see that you made it home safe. Thank you for everything tonight. Sorry I couldn't speak. I just couldn't do it. Well, it was very nice. It was good to see all the, like everybody there that he used to talk about from when he did back in the day and everything. And all those people and, you know. You're full of nanobots and stuff now, Jilly. You're just gonna wake up. It's gonna happen. You're just gonna wake up and you're just gonna get messages and stuff. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be doing 20 and backs and stuff. We won't even know. Nobody will know you're gone. I'm gonna know you're gone and everything. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Well, maybe I'll be able to speak at one of them, but you know, I don't even like speaking doing this right here. Well, I've been doing it for 8 years, so I'm more comfortable here. It's like I was saying, they all know, you know, they know Jiggy longer than me and stuff. They know, and I won't say his all name because his name's still secrets out there in some places. I won't say his real name here and stuff, but that's when I was just like, because I know his name. Because I was gonna get up for a minute. I was like, all right, maybe I can do this, and I was trying to do it, and I was gonna do it, and then I was just like, I can't do it. Exactly, Carolyn. That's like I've heard stories of some of these people, so now I was able to see the faces and stuff. And Terry, I've heard about you and everything, and yeah, and some of these stories, and now I know some of the faces, some of the things, and some of the things I still don't know people, but because Jiggy talked a lot about all that stuff. I know you know. No, see. All right, it wasn't me who said it. It wasn't me who said it. I never told nobody. Told nobody. Here's Jiggy or Joey. He would said sometimes, like I said, he would say, you know, like he told me all in like private one day, and he's like, you know, my name's not Joe, right? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, and he told me, he's like, yeah, my name's Norman. It's Norman Joseph Webb. He's like, I don't tell anybody. He's like, I don't really tell anybody that and stuff or really talk about it. He's like, I don't like it. I don't know exactly why. He never told me why. He's like, I don't like people knowing I'm Norman. So I always went by Joey, and then Jiggy. But, but I just, always called him Jiggy. I never called him Joey, or Norman. I just always called him Jiggy. I knew somebody was talking about if they said Joey or Joe, and if they said Norman, but then nobody really said Norman. Now I'm saying it, but I'm not the one who put it out there on everybody. So no, I'm just messing with you, Terry. It's okay. Like I said, I know he's said it on this channel before, and like nobody's caught it before, but I was just didn't say anything. I don't even know how he got the nickname Jiggy. He was just Jiggy when I know it because he likes to get jiggy with it. Maybe Terry can say. Like I said, I never even he never even told me why. I don't even. I don't even know when he became Jiggy or when he started being. Everybody called him Jiggy. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said, Terry. I mean, mom was real mad, real mad at him. She'd use his full name. Of course, all moms use your full name when they're really mad at you. Yeah, I know I've heard it and stuff, but I don't really remember exactly. And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Will Smith and stuff because he loved Will Smith. Like Will Smith is, and y'all know is his favorite rapper, favorite hip hop artist and stuff. He loved Will Smith, and getting jiggy with it and stuff. So I don't know if his name Jiggy came before he made the song "Getting Jiggy with It" or whatever, but I don't know remember it exactly. You know. I forget what his name was, Terry. I forget. I'm sorry because I was, but his friend or his good friend who had the same birthday. I forget his name too because I know that Jiggy talked to him and stuff too. I forget right now because I'm fucking so high. But when he was talking about going to see Purple Rain, because Jiggy's told me about that, how when Purple, because Jiggy loved fucking Prince, and how when Purple Rain came out, that they went to see fucking Purple Rain. And that's when I couldn't and I'm like, don't ask me to come up there anymore. I was like, I can't, you know what I mean? He saved the blankie stuff. Yeah, I knew it was Jiggy was from back when I know I can't remember it all, but I know it was from when he was doing security days and stuff. Like it had been around for a while and everything like that. And I'm pretty sure I remember. I think it had something with Miami down there or whatever. But he always just say because I like to get jiggy with it. People would ask like, why do they call you Jiggy? Like, I like to get jiggy with it. Oh yeah, Montez. Yeah, see. When he was talking about that because like I said I knew that story and I'm like you know what I mean I don't even know him I don't remember all the names from every story then a lot of times because we're on air and stuff and so Jiggy wouldn't say everybody's name and stuff when we're saying he's talking stuff on air and stuff and you know, and I didn't know like what these people when he's talking about, but you know, he told me all kinds of stories and stuff that he wasn't telling us on air here either and stuff. Some of them I think he's told now on his other channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I know he's told some of the stuff, but then there's a lot of you know, I mean, they did. Terry knows. Yeah, see, it did come from the Will Smith song. I was pretty sure that it had something to do with the Will Smith song and everything like that. Because I know that he fucking loves Will Smith. And that's why I said, like, when he was talking about going to see Purple Rain, and then I was like, I remember Jiggy talking about that because he used to talk about how much he loved Prince and everything. Is you the one that could why he loves Prince? I know it's because of one of his sisters. Terry, are you the sister that loves Prince? I remember. I can never remember which sister, but it's because of. I'm pretty sure he said because his sister liked Prince and stuff, so he liked Prince. That's why he started to like Prince all the time and stuff. I'm pretty sure. But and he told. Oh, it's the other? Okay. But yeah, so and he told me about that story about him and his friends. They went and saw like when like Purple Rain came out like a bunch of times. Well, that's from I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yeah, he loved the movies and loved the comic books, but yeah, he used to tell me how they used to get in. Because I was telling him how I used to sneak into the movies all the time. He's like, "Nah, we didn't really sneak in and everything." He's like, "I just knew people who worked there and whatever." And he's like, "We was always at the movies." But yeah, I was, you know, sneaking in. Yes, I know he did have some. He did do some things. Ah, Jiggy. But he was like, yeah, I remember him telling me. And Prince even came on when we were driving down there. It was like one of the last songs that came on, probably like it's 1999. And I actually listened to it for a minute because I don't like Prince myself. But then my wife's like, "Why aren't you changing this?" And then she remembered why. We just fucking listen to Prince out by the fire and stuff. Like that's not usually what you would listen to when you're sitting by a fire. So you'd be like, "Oh, put on Prince for a minute." No, I didn't rock out or anything. I'll rock out like that to Prince, but it came on and stuff, and I was going through and stuff, and I just left it on for a second, and she's like, "What do you?" Well, it's not sad. Prince is on the radio all the time. You know what I mean? I know I'd like to, you know, as much as you like to think of the signs and everything. Yeah, it's a sign that my brain is remembering Jiggy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what it's a sign of, you know. As much as, you know, I like, you know, the ghost to be real and all that and everything like that. But, you know, again, this is the Fact Seeker show, and we have to remain fact seekers and stuff. And the fact is that yes, it's a sign that my brain is remembering my friend Jiggy who liked, you know, this stuff. So Yes, I'll take it as that. But you know, because like I talked about before, and if it's gonna be a ghost that's gonna come back. He's not just gonna put Prince on the radio or something to make the curtains wave behind or something like that. He's gonna show up and he's going to be there with, you know what I mean, and he's gonna be like, roll me a blunt smoke. You know what I mean? He's gonna show up and you're gonna see. He's gonna be like, look it, ghosts are real. He's not. You know, he's gonna give us the. You know, he's gonna. He said it all the time. He's gonna give us the evidence. We'd give it. We're gonna give the evidence. Okay, so if he's able to go over and if I was able to go over whatever, and we're able to learn the magic trick, whatever. So you're like, how people see the ghost in the window or the guy on the battlefield and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I was saying it earlier tonight. Maybe there is a thing we've talked about it on this show. Maybe there is some type of ghost law or something, ghost rules they got to follow, and you can't haunt something or come back as a ghost for 100 years, because everybody, all the ghosts you see, they're always old-timey soldiers or something that died in some battle in the 1800s or the 1600s, and all back then, or some old lady who died in the castle and stuff like that. It's never anybody like, you know what I mean, like, somebody from down the way and something, whatever, and happened and stuff, and now you see them and everything, and they're still wearing they wearing, it's always somebody, they're wearing the old clothes and stuff like that. So maybe there's some kind of a thing like that. But because he's gonna, like I said, people are gonna be waking up with piss in their backpacks. It's gonna be some real stuff. He's gonna really let us know that he's back. Like, you know what I mean? Like every single station I went to at that point, that might have been something a little more. But if every single, like, say I went boom Prince, and then it was like Will Smith, and then Prince, and then Will Smith, and I'm like, what is wrong with my rate? You know what I mean? Then I'd be like, wait a second here. I probably get out, you know what I mean, the camera, but like, look at this. Every single station I go to. Okay, look, ready? Will Smith, get jiggy with it. Prince, Purple Rain. Little red Corvette over here. Wild Wild West. Every single thing. Then I'd be like, yes, that is definitely, this motherfucker is here right now. That would be, I could consider that. We'll put this here as some highly speculative things, and we're going to have to investigate it. And then if I got in my car again next time and I'm like, holy shit, it's happening again, then we might have some conclusive evidence, some actual facts to go with and run with here, But yes, his memory is here. His memory will always live on in all of us and everything like that. And there's going to be things like that we're just going to remember. We'll always remember Jiggy. Like we'll always remember other things and stuff. I mean, they're always here with us in our memories and stuff, as much as we wish they were here in some other form or some other way. Like I said, I've been sitting down here for 2 weeks. 2 weeks almost now. Yeah, it's over 2 weeks now. I can't even remember what fucking day it is and shit. Like that's and waiting because he didn't come to the show that night, and I know he's not coming, but I want to smoke a blunt with him again. I just want to, just fucking smoke a blunt with him. But I can't. I know, Chili. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Anyway. Anyway, so that's the last point right now. We'll get out of here in a minute. No, don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are fucking disgusting. Thank you, everybody. Oh, don't. What the hell you mean an animal makes you dinner? You got chupacabras living there, you jelly bean? You have woods in your backyard, but that doesn't mean there's things that are gonna eat you. The coyotes are hungry. Well, be careful then. Be safe. See, it's not worth having a cigarette. That's why I stopped smoking cigarettes to begin with, because I hate the way it fucking tastes and the way I fucking smell. But then I don't even know how to, again, I did see, like I said earlier, like I'm going through a midlife crisis, and it happened. It's not just, it was starting to happen before this, because I started smoking over a month ago. It's been like a little over a month now. So I started smoking because I had COVID. When I had COVID, I started smoking cigarettes again. I'm like, fuck it, why not? Damn, I told you guys it's a midlife fucking crisis I'm having. Stop smoking cigarettes. I go, I'll buy brand new fucking cars. Like, and that's how you know, because like we kind of fucked myself, and I'm gonna have to refinance in 6 months and shit, because they think that we had my wife's brand new fucking car that she just got, and then I had the Trailhawk from fucking Carvana, and then I'm trying to buy another fucking brand new car at the same time and shit, and we're just like, no, we need the car, just go ahead, do it, don't worry about it. But now it's cool, because Carvana thing. Here's a trick. Here's a hack, everybody. All right. You didn't get it from me. If you want your credit score to go way up, because I mean, our credit scores wasn't bad anyway. Like, it should have been a little bit easier at the dealership, like it was with my wife's. Like, we literally walked in there, and like an hour and a half later, we walked out of there with a brand new car and stuff like that, because we paid off all our other cars this year and shit. So they're like, wow, you know what I mean? We just like fucking busted our ass to get the credit bag and shit. And then like, so here's the trick though. You get a car from Carvana, you have 7 days to decide whether you want to keep it or not. You decide that you don't want to keep it, and you send it back. Now, you know what happens, and it looks like on your credit? It looks like you just bought a car and paid it off. So your credit score goes up, because we checked and everything. But because it happened to us before, it wasn't the same thing, but we got a car and there was a problem with it and shit, and they wouldn't fix it and shit. So through the lemon law and everything, we went through the lemon law. They had to buy the car back from us and everything like that. So it looked like the loan was paid off. And so our credit score went way up, and then we went and we bought a better car than the one that we were trying to buy and everything like that. But that's why I remembered, I'm like, we got to watch the credit score right now after that and stuff. I realized this all after, because at the time, again, I was, like I said, I'm like, the guy's like, yeah, we can get you in this new Jeep right here. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So see, it's not just, it is a lot from Jiggy though, because that, again, that's probably why it's hitting me so hard and shit, because now I'm like, oh, fuck. It was the end of the month. See, I know all that and stuff. The thing that we totally forgot about, because we were sitting there waiting and stuff, and because it took all day for me this time to go and get it and stuff, and finally we got it to where the dealership was great and stuff, and they finally got it to where we're like, okay, that's fine. That's not where we wanted to be right now, but that's where we'll settle at and stuff. It's, close enough to whatever, and so we're like, but it was a struggle, and we didn't realize until afterwards. We're like, why was it so? You know what I mean? And then we realized, so good night, Terry. I'll be in touch with you and anything. Or if you need anything, just you got my number, so reach out and everything. And thank you for tonight and everything. And be safe. Peace of love. No, we still got, I mean, like I said, just in rebates alone, I got like $12,000 off right there. And then they gave me I was hoping I would be lucky if I got $1,500 for my trade-in because the engine was blown. That's why I needed to get a new car and everything. That's why I was getting the Trailhawk, because the engine was no good and the Hemi was no good. You know what I mean? It's unfortunately Hemis are awesome and stuff, but they got some issues with them. But and they were like, yeah, we're gonna give you. They just wanted to see it and whatever, and make sure that the vehicle would, I could drive it in there. And they're like, we're gonna give you the maximum amount that anybody's gonna give you for this vehicle and shit like that. Like everybody, I tried selling it at other places and everything. The most I got, CarMax was gonna give me like $2,000, but I figured a dealer would give me less because they know the CarMax people didn't know that engine was blown and shit. But I knew that the people at a fucking Jeep dealership's gonna know that Hemi is fucking no good. Like I said, we got a good deal on it and everything like that. It would have been a better one had we didn't show that we had 3 cars, 3 loans out of the fucking right now and shit. So that's what fucked us up. But again, of course, because right now, I was just like, yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Instead of buying a new Corvette, I bought a fucking new Jeep. That's my new sports car. But yeah, that's the last blunt and the last fucking disgusting cigarettes and everything. Thank you again, everybody, and thank you, Terry, if you're still in there, and Littles. Thank you for everything that you did and stuff, because you did everything there, everything, and it was good stuff. So it's just so hard, and it sucks so fucking bad. Yeah, I'm having fun, so why not fucking that's all that matters, right? It is, though. It is. I do have a lot of fun in the Jeep, so, but I'm gonna try and go to fucking sleep. See how well that goes. Thank you, everybody, for all the support and the kind words and everything. This family and everybody appreciates it and stuff. Everybody appreciates all that. And again, because I know some of the people, some of the old All World and some of the other people and stuff that watch. Jiggy like to call the lurkers in the background and stuff. And then it's probably some of them would pop on like I forgot who was it that popped on, but Jiggy was talking about a story, and he's like, "No, I can't really tell that story." And he popped on. He's like, "You better not tell that story." Remember that? And he's like, "I remember." Yeah, Littles, if you need anything, hit me up. You're gonna have to come on the show. Good night, Carolyn. Be safe, everybody. Good night.